Alright guys, so today on the bench we've got a RC truck. It's a pretty popular one from late 2020, so yeah, late to the party on this one. But it was something that sold like crazy. Not exactly sure why. I guess we'll open it up and find out. It's the WPL D12, and it's I think fairly inexpensive truck for the scale size. It's a 1/10 scale. And it does have the ability to accessorize. I guess you can buy a lot of custom parts and you can mod it, etc. So that could be a contributing factor to its popularity. And if you look at the specs, they don't look all that amazing, I guess is the word, for the amount that it's sold. But it may have a lot to do with the fact that the price is pretty reasonable and the fact that there's a lot of aftermarket parts and stuff you can use to modify this and turn it into a custom truck, etc. Apparently you can also customize this to be a drift truck as well. Of course, I don't really do much of that, but let's get out of the box. Okay, so the box itself, not a lot here. I got a photo there on the front. Got some information on the back, but that's about it. Okay, so yeah, get some instructions. Pretty standard stuff here, and nothing unusual. I get some spare parts. So it looks like there's a little bit of assembly that needs to be done here. There's some plastic parts here. So this goes onto the back. You can kind of see where that goes, and then I think there's some little side mirrors that go on here, little lights. Inside here is also a battery charger. I think the battery is already inside here. I think this is the one battery version. You get a bunch of stickers you can put on the vehicle if you want. Standard pistol grip here. Right-handed, of course, like most. Forward and reverse trigger. And you got your standard steering and throttle trims, as well as your typical steering and throttle rates. So pretty standard stuff there. Looks like it's some, in terms of spare parts, I think this is like a wheel axle or part of the steering. And I think this is the axle, or the since it's a rear wheel drive, I think this is part of the mechanism on the bottom. So here's a look at the truck itself. Here's my hand for scale. Hard rubber tires. I think these do light up when you power it on. This is supposed to be fairly scale looking. This is a 1979 Suzuki K truck from Japan. The doors don't open. Some suspension here, so it will bounce a little bit off the ground. But if you look at the chassis here, the body is mostly plastic, of course. Most of the chassis here on the bottom is plastic, and then there's some metal parts here for the rear wheel drive, where the power comes from, with the motors inside here. And of course you have your steering, independent suspension in the front. I think the rear suspension is a single suspension in the back. And I believe the battery is here under the tire. So yeah, looks like you just you have to twist it to lock it, untwist it to unlock it, and then the battery's inside. Here's what the battery looks like. It's a 2S lithium ion battery. It looks like pretty small cells. So you probably will want to get some extras, and then it charges off of the balance lead like this. And the charger is inside here. I think it's USB, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's, you just plug it in via USB right here, and then the balance lead goes into this other end right there. So obviously you're going to put the battery back in there, plug it in, and then there's a power switch over here, turn that on. And then you have to turn on the controller. I believe it's 2 AA batteries for the controller that are not provided, of course. That's pretty typical. And scale detail, pretty good. These don't move, just a little bit here. The windshield wipers, and then you kind of see a little bit of the interior. Got the steering wheel. Let's see, maybe from this angle. See the steering wheel there, and some seats. But it's I don't think this is going to be super durable. If you're crashing and bashing, this is probably going to break. But we'll do a little bit of outdoor. I haven't already shown you some of the clips. But yeah, we'll go take this out and charge with the battery. See how long it can drive around for, and how well it does on like just basically, I think, like a typical type of outdoor park surfaces. Maybe a little bit of grass. It's just not a whole lot of clearance here. So it's not going to really be an off-road vehicle. Sidewalks, parking lots, that kind of thing, are probably fine for this. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what this looks like outside. Alright, so I just want to show you a little bit about the steering and the speed of the wheels here a little bit more closely. So, yeah, it was AA batteries here. I'm just using some rechargeable envelopes. And this is the throttle, or the power to the rear wheels. That's on the low rates. I haven't done a full charge in the battery, so it might be faster on full charge. And then I press the throttle rate button here. I think this is going to be the second rate. A lot more faster. And I think there's only two rates, low and high. Yeah, back to low, and this is the steering. So this is the extent. I think this is on low rates. And then you press the steering rate button here. A little bit more. So I guess if we're drifting, obviously you want more rates. So if you're in a tighter space, you can also turn a lot better. Then you have your steering trim over here.